Boys and girls, today we're going to talk about fables, okay? We're going to read a little story called The Grasshopper, The Ant and the Grasshopper. Can you look on the title? Who wrote this? The author.
Pablo. It is illustrated by Pablo.
No, yeah, but right under the title it says, and Aesop's Fable. Okay, Aesop was a man that lived long ago in Greece, because I studied. It's good if you want to know something, then you go and study it. So I looked. All right, I need one student to read the top corner called Connect Across Text. Sophia, would you like to read it nice and loud for everyone? Everyone pay attention and follow along with your fingers.
Read more about how your actions today can affect the future.
Oh, the future. Now we kind of talked about that a little bit, didn't we?
Yes.
That some things that we do now can affect what happens later, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So what do you think this story might talk about, Sophia?
Like maybe how the grasshopper wants, like maybe he has like a warning or something from the app, and then but then in back where it gets more in the story, the grasshopper makes a mistake.
Okay. Now, Angel, do you have something to add?
It might be like if you want to be turning blue.
Why?
I think because of the winter, because he's hungry, he thinks he's gonna die soon.
Now you figure that out, anyway, because we looked at the story, right? Can we look through the story? Where is the page where the grasshopper is a little blue? Can we turn to that?
Oh yeah, it's on page 264.
All right, so now we did a little previewing and predicting, did we not?
Yes.
So when you look at the pictures, you can see what the story might talk about. If you haven't read the story, you can guess, right? How can we, what are some other things we can do to guess what the story might be? Anthony?
We could look at the picture and read the title.
Oh, very good. Sophia?
Look at the caption.
Very good.
Read the words.
Yeah, that's the best way, right? But if we don't read the words, we can always look at, like Anthony said, look at the pictures, look at the titles a good way, right?
Yep.
And then, like Sophia said, to what?
Look at the caption.
The captions. We know what a caption is, right?
Yes.
Right, we've gone over that before. So what we're going to do right now is look at your little papers that I gave you, and we're going to talk about genre. Now, who would like to read on page 261 on the top right here? Genre. RJ. So everyone follow along up here on your books. Follow along with your finger. Okay, go ahead, RJ.
Read more about how our actions today can affect the future.
Next one. Genre. Look. Relax.
A fable is a story that teaches a lesson or a moral about life. Maybe fables have animals as characters.
Oh, so did it talk about what a fable might be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is one thing that RJ just read that a fable is? I need some more people. What did RJ just read a fable is? Ms. D? Many fables have animals, huh? As they act like humans. So we can look at the ant and the grasshopper, and we can see they're standing on their legs, right? Like a human, huh? Yeah, and did you have something to add?
Yeah, it teaches you like
Very good. Immoral, right?
Well, oh, this man.
Hey, relax. Relax. We spread the love around. All right. Now look on your papers. This one right here. Okay. It says types of genres. Now, look at the first one. What does the first one say? Somebody? Matthew. Children's literature. Okay. And then the next one is genre resources. Now, and what is next, Miss Kitty? Say it loud. Fantasy. That's some of my favorite genres. Like, who can think of a fantasy book? Think about it for a second. Okay, Matthew. Pirates of the Caribbean. That's an awesome one.
I watched that.
And then what is the next one? Who can read that? Miss Sage.
Historical fiction.
Historical fiction. We know that fiction is not real. So when we talk about historical fiction, okay, hold on one second. We talk about a time period in the past, but it's still fiction, okay? It might be talking about something like Chicago or anything that's real, but it changes a little bit. It's not exactly historical. There's some differences. Yes? Okay, hold on. We're not there yet. Matthew, did you have something? Not right now. All right. What is the next one, Alex?
Realistic fiction.
Realistic fiction. What do you think that might be, Miss Sophia?
It's like maybe something can happen, but you know.
It's realistic, right?
Kind of like Halo.
Like we're not so far out like we're living on Mars, but eventually we might be there. But it's realistic, like it could happen. Like we have a story about you guys, right?
There's a movie called Knights of the Trolls. It's realistic.
There's another one that I like that's about elementary students. And the whole series is called Janitors. Now you can look that up, and there's at least 5 books so far, but there's going to continue to be more. And what it talks about is students your age. And there's going to be witches and kinds of other monsters. So that's realistic, but also fantasy. Because realistic because it's in an elementary, right? So it can happen. All right, let's look at the last one. What is the last one? Angel. Hey, relax.
Non-fiction.
Non-fiction. What is that?
Real.
Anthony.
It means it's real.
Like there's no possible way that we're going to have dragons,
It's not fiction.
right? It's real. So,
I gotta move it.
okay, hold on. Let's turn the page. Turn the page. Okay, what is the title? Someone raise your hand. Hey, Carmelo, what is it? Fables. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to read together. Can I? Well, actually, no. I should have made one more copy. So we are gonna read together. Everybody get your reading finger on. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna read this together, okay? Here we go. The animals in fables often talk and act like people. Fables are often very short, and many times the author clearly states at the end of the story the lesson the story is designed to teach. So, can anybody, after reading that, raise your hand? What is a fable? Just give me one little thing. Dale, did you have your hand up? Okay, what is one thing? One thing. Okay, Alex, one thing about fables. Moral.
Something that you have to make sure that you do that, so your life could be good.
Ms. D, what's another? Fables are often very short. Miss Sophia.
Fables are usually used like animals are made like to act like people.
Well, there's only a couple little things. Very good. So now we understand a little bit about fables, right? Let's watch a little video on YouTube about fables. So Miss Sage, can you turn off all the lights? I think this should be good. Hold on. This one is called
Introduction to Fables.
Very good, thank you. Hey, everyone listen.
What are fables? Fables are short stories that have a moral and teach a lesson.
Okay, boys and girls, after watching that video, did that help a little bit more about fables? And that one little fable they presented about the dog and his bone?
Yeah.
What was the moral of that story?
That he was being greedy and he learned a lesson that he was being a fool and don't be greedy because you can take a risk of losing the stuff you already have.
Oh, wow, that was a good explanation. Anybody else want to contribute? Matthew.
That sing what you have, and don't be greedy and try to get another dog's bone.
So, should we not have Christmas then?
Because it looks big.
No.
No, we can always get more, right? So
Yeah.
you have to appreciate what you have.
Yeah, I
If
know.
you don't be greedy,
Okay.
too much presents.
RJ, raise your hand first. RJ?
If you get more presents, just don't be greedy. Just Santa will give you more presents.
And you always want to thank the person, right, that gives it to you?
Mm-hmm.
If like someone is, if it's like someone's name that is bigger and you want it, don't be greedy.
Okay, now, boys and girls, what is the name of the person right under the title? It starts with an A.
Aesop.
Aesop. We are going to listen to a little video about Aesop. Okay, Aesop lived long time ago. Actually, that way. Okay. No, he didn't live over there. That's the timeline.
How old was he
Okay, so, how old was he? I don't know.
when he died or something?
I don't know. But he lived long time ago. We're talking about thousands of years ago. Okay? And he lived in Greece. Okay? Well, we'll probably find out. So, Sage, can you turn the lights off? I'm going to start the video. And then we'll know a little bit more about fables. Alright, here we go. Who's that name?
Aesop.
There we go. Here we go. Now listen.
Fables are traditionally short stories with talking animals as the main characters. These animals have all the usual shortcomings of people and get themselves in all kinds of trouble.
Okay, so after that video about, we've been calling him Aesop. What did we find out his name was? Aesop, right? Now I did that on purpose to pronounce his. I already knew what his name was, but you did see an A on his name, right?
Yeah.
So you would think Aesop, but they pronounced it, or we think how his name was pronounced was Aesop, okay?
Okay.
So that's one thing you learned, right?
Mhm.
Is there anything else you learned in that video? Remember?
It was a moral.
Thank you.
That he was a slave, but
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
and he got made fun of because he was short and he had squinty eyes and.
Okay, so Aesop.
I got something.
Okay, hold on. Aesop, we think, was a slave. And what else?
People made fun of him.
People made fun.
And his eyes was squinty like this.
People made
Fun of him.
fun of him because he looked different.
Yeah.
Now, was that nice?
No.
No. So here's a moral. Don't make fun of people, right?
Mhm.
It hurts their feelings. Hurts their feelings. Angel.
He made the story the kid that cried in the book.
He made a lot of stories, didn't he?
Mhm.
He made a lot of stories. Now, does anybody remember when he was alive? What year was that? Raise your hand. Does anybody? RJ, do you know?
He makes
RJ, I asked the question. Do you know when he was alive? They gave a date. What do you remember? Starts with a 6. Anybody else know? Yeah, do you remember?
1926.
You 6
6 BC.
600 and something years before Christ, they say. Okay, BC means before Christ, or we can say BCC, before Common Era, BCE, Common Era. Okay, so he lived a long time ago. Okay, do you have something, Sophia?
Yes. When he was a slave, he was made fun of. But then after he told interesting stories.
Yeah, so people were like making fun of him. Man, you're so short. You got pot belly. And then he started doing what?
Making stories.
teaching people like stuff.
In his stories, and they go like, oh my gosh, this guy's awesome. And they would be quiet and listen to him. Okay, so,
Then he would be like, be quiet, listen.
all right, so let's turn to our books on page 261. And the title of this is what? The Ant and the Grasshopper. Do you remember something about a title with the words, the first letter in each word? The important words would start with a capital, right, Angel? So, does and need to be capitalized?
No.
Or the?
No. Yeah, no.
Yeah, not really. It's not as important to know the story. So what we're going to do is we're all going to read together the story. Okay? Okay, so everyone get your reading finger out. Okay? Now look at the first page, RJ. What do you see on that page, RJ?
I see the grasshopper and holding the candle.
Oh, so is that going to tell us something about the story? And, or Alex?
That's the ant carrying candle and the grasshopper is carrying a fiddle.
In this picture, without even reading the story, who looks like they're working, the ant or the grasshopper? Let's see, Miss Angelica, the ant. What is he carrying? Ashley, you remember what that is called? What is that called? Kernel. Very good. Do you still look a kernel? No, that's military. This is a Kernel from a corn. If you look in your book, you see corn, right? Or you call it maize. Some people call maize, right? I think Spanish is maize, right?
No.
No, what is? Okay.
Wow, what is that?
All right, let's. Everybody get your reading finger. We are on the first word is one. Here we go. Okay, shh. Here we go. One sunny day, a merry grasshopper was dancing to his fiddle. Watch your step, came a voice at his feet. It was an ant carrying an enormous kernel of corn. Let's turn the page. Okay. Let's go to the next page.
We didn't read the.
It's okay. We have to continue. So, all right, Sophia, would you like to read the last page on that other page where we didn't read?
Oh, okay.
Hey, everyone, pay attention and listen.
Hey, grasshopper! Cried a voice at his feet. It was the same ant. She was carrying another kernel of corn. I warned you this day would come, said the ant.
So that's right. The ant warned the grasshopper, did he? Or she? Yeah. All right. Now, what do you think is going to happen by looking at this page right here? What? Okay, Sophia, sit down.
Sorry.
You're gonna jump out of your skin. Alex, what do you think is going to happen?
It looks like the ant gave the grasshopper a piece of kernel because he was a nice ant. And the grasshopper was showing that he would die.
All right.
It was a girl.
Now, let's continue to read
It
and
might be
see.
a girl, maybe a
Let's
boy.
see if Alex is correct. Okay. Reading fingers on the word.
Yes.
Okay, follow along. Thank you. Here we go. Yes,
Yes,
you did. All right. We are going to finish our fable activity by doing a little impromptu test. What we're going to do is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions I'm going to ask everyone. All you're going to do is either fill in the right word or give me a yes or no or answer, okay? So that's why we all have markers, or we share, right? All right, let's look at number 1. Everybody get ready with your whiteboards. Here is the question. A fable is a blank story. Think about it. You can talk in your groups quietly. Okay, a fable is a blank story. What do you remember? Talk to each other. What kind of stories are? How long is it? I don't know. Okay. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, show me what you got. Matthew, what are you doing? You don't write it. You just write the word. Okay. Says it's a moral type story. Alex has short, so does other people. Okay. Sophia says fiction. All right. I was looking for, but there was more than one answer because I see you guys have more than one correct answer. The word I was looking for was short answer, but I can use fiction.
Moral.
A moral story, so those work. So good job for finding more words to fit in that length than I thought of, okay? Here we go. Next one. Up here. A fable is about animals that act like, you put it down. Talk if you need to. What do you think? Talk to each other. Talk to each other. Animals act like what? You talk. Write your answer.
Change the L to
You can share.
A. L-E. So we see you put an L.
When you're done, you can flip it over. Okay. 5, 4. It's all right if you have the same answer. It's okay if you didn't write it down yet. Okay. Everybody, put your whiteboards up. Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh. And you all spelled it correctly. Well, almost. But we know. So what do animals act like? People. Good job. Put them down now. Very good. Get ready for the next one. Class.
Yes.
Very good. Get ready for the next one. Here is the next question. Listen. Aesop is a woman. Yes or no? Write it down. Don't say anything. I think all of you know. Esau is a woman. Yes or no? Flip it over when you're done. Five. All you gotta do is put N or Y. 4, 3, 2, 1. Show me. You guys said 9?
Yeah, we did.
Wait, no, wait.
Okay, you're good. Very good. Aesop was a man, they say. Very good. Everyone, I think, got that correct.
9.
Well, you guys are rocking it. Okay. Listen. Next question. Aesop lived in the year 1865. Yes or no? Just write Y or N. When you're done, flip it over. Flip it over. Flip it over. Lay it down. Lay it down. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is it? No. Very good. Okay.
Look at my
Very good.
Nancy?
9. Okay, listen. Here's a bonus question. What year did he live in? Write it down if you remember. If you remember. Hey, we're not doing that.
What was the year?
Write down the year he lived in, around. Okay, flip it over. Flip it over. Flip it over. Okay. Flip. Just wait your turn. Flip it over. Flip it over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, everyone show. Okay, so we have 600 BC. 600 BC. We have one that fell down. BC. Very good. So he lived around 1686. No.
Really
Okay, 600 before Christ, or BCE, before Common Era. Okay, so a long time ago. Okay, that was just a bonus. Okay, everyone wipe them. Here's the next one. Up here. Fables. We're up here. Fables never have morals. Yes or no? Write it down. It's up to you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can just say it. Just put it in. That's all. Or a Y. Put them down. Put them down. Okay, ready? Show me. What do we got? No. Yes.
Nine.
Yes.
I mean,
Okay, so, that's fine. What do you think? Thanks. Listen, put them down. So we have a couple answers. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle if you don't know. If fables never have a moral. Thumbs up if they never have a moral. Thumbs down if they do have morals. So thumbs down. I kind of said it backwards, but that's all right. So thumbs down. So fables have morals. Here's the tricky part, right? Do morals never have a moral? No, they always do, right? It's a little tricky, you gotta read it right. So,
My finger's awful.
okay, listen. It should be a yes. Fables, no. Fables never have a moral. No, they do have morals. Okay, so it's N. All right, last question. Sit down. Okay, last question. Morals. Okay, listen.
I do the last question.
No, we didn't even change the minute. Right here. Last question. Morals are always bad. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Put it because it's my turn.
Always is the trick, is the key word right here. Always. Always. Yes or no?
Yeah. So put just.
Are morals always bad?
Just
Yes
put
or
nine.
no?
Okay, give me so I can.
Okay. 5, put it down. 4, put it down. 3,
Because 9's
2, 1. Show me. No. Good job. Okay, okay, listen. Put them down.
Nine.
down.
No.
Very good. I think almost everyone got every single right, even the bonus ones. So it sounds like you guys know what a fable is.